that typically would come in. But
they're still necessary for maintenance. But it's completely updated and improved that process.
Yeah.
And those resellers are then working on it.
Yeah. So our next guest, I mean, you all better get ready for this, because I saw his jacket earlier and I want it. I might ask him for it after this. He'll sell it to you. All right.
No problem. Sell it to you.
I'm going to start a share fund. See how much we can raise here for it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
it's Mr. King.
The light's a little bright on you guys. Sorry about that.
It's all right. It looks good. Yeah. Well, I'm Albert.
Hey, Albert. Well, you know you are at the Kellogg Network of Texas Leadership Symposium here. So we
were just saying it's a mouthful. I love it. Well, first of all, I love your hat and great event. And thank you so much. It's
nice that you found a little place.
We did. We found this little nook.
It's worked out great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. Well, why don't you walk us through who you are, share with the audience who you are, and walk through the event and all of that.
Well, the official, the Kellogg side, I'm part of the board of directors, so we have done this for the last 20 years, basically.
Yeah.
And that's why we have 300 people here right now, is because it's earned the reputation from other people, and then we do an awful lot of time, a lot of promotions of it. But anyway, I'm a chief strategy officer with a company called Exploria Technology.
Yes.
So following your AI stories, you guys are pretty good at this AI stuff.
Thank you. Well, we're always looking to improve too, and we appreciate you following along. Chief strategy officer, walk me through some of the different case studies or pain points that you've recently had to solve for.
Well, a lot of our customers are going, obviously, after the data and the AI side. So we put together teams for that. Exploria works both offshore, nearshore, and in people's domestic groups. Obviously, we need to incorporate some of your guys' programs into it, because you've done a nice job with putting that manage platform together.
Yeah, we're excited about the managed services platform that we've done with White Glove AI, and let's have a conversation. I'd love to know, from your experience and those that you connect with, because you're right. I mean, this place is sold out. The energy was great. But what I found, and anywhere that I go, is you have those that are adopting AI, using it, and want to go further, and some that are a little hesitant. Where do you find yourself, or maybe those that you interact with, in that spectrum, and what's the why behind it?
Well, it's early adopters, and there's adopters are getting on. I mean, I'm even one of them. I use it for sales and marketing quite a bit.
Yeah.
But the organizations that we deal with want to do it right. So they want the right people in, and they want the right type of approach. You guys can take them even another step further. We're getting them the precious resource, which is people that actually can help them with it.
Yeah, and that's where we recently released our AI AMF, our adoption management framework.
That's sharp, yeah.
And that's exactly what it was for, is to help companies to know, here's that entire list of things that you should consider. And we know not every company is identical, and so we've made it to be very flexible to show you, but it takes 6 major steps in order to do that. You want to evaluate, you want to set your strategy, set your intentions, understand what your organization looks like, and then you go and you start governing that and making sure that you're setting a good governance documentation, because we've seen lots of companies that just go and do and then realize, wait a minute, I've got to untangle this and build governance around it. So when you build that governance early in the adoption phase, it makes your process much easier.
Yeah.
Well, after 20 years, we incorporated White Glove in our selling process of the symposium, and it obviously helped with some of the efforts that we have out there. So we appreciate your sponsoring it.
No, it's been great. And so, I mean, working with you and some others that are helping organize the event, it's been so seamless, and it's definitely first class. And to see some of the people that actually are attending, I mean, we have people from American Airlines. We were just talking to the CEO of Lennox. I mean, there's some heavy hitters here, and we're excited to chat with them.
Very, very strong alumni network.
Yes,
oh yeah,
absolutely.
Well, that's a great part of networking.
I noticed on the name badges, and I've been looking at everyone's, right, and you'll see bold leadership, bold entrepreneurship. Can you walk us through what was the intent behind that, and what's the overall theme that you're wanting people to leave this event with, specific to that?
Well, we've been bold leaders. One of the recognitions we got in there from one of the professors was that our club is considered one of the best in the Kellogg network, probably, a lot of alumni networks. But we have, Kellogg's done a great job at pushing leadership. And bold leadership is one of their big themes. So we kind of added that on top of our theme. But we have examples of people who are bold leaders to actually brag about. So
I saw that the alumni and speaker lineup that you had, and I did some research. And many of them I knew already, but just to take a look at some of the initiatives that they're going after or have accomplished, I'm like, wow, that's a lineup. So you all did a great job when you're speaking of bold leadership. Those heavy hitters, those that are out front, creating change, making an impact, and bringing others along with them. Very excited about that.
So one of the challenges with technology is the adoption, and I think that overlays with the leadership expectations. So can you talk about like what it takes to become a leader that's really helping that change management as you're adopting new technology, new strategy?
Well, I think the word adoption is sort of a weak word, because the word commitment is going to be a lot better, because it's not for the faint of heart, because there's magic. You can get sucked into the magic, but then there's also a process like you guys do. So I mean, that you don't just wave a wand and it comes.
Yes. There's a lot of hand-to-hand.
Although you get around and chat GPT, and then all of a sudden you feel like
you feel very
all
smart.
sorts of magic happening. So you go, did I just say that? That's good.
I review some of my emails. I'm like, wow, I sound really good there.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So, love it. I like seeing the fact that the next generation is actually going to learn grammar from them, or so, because communicating through your normal writing techniques hasn't been very impressive.
Sentences have not; they've just gone and died.
It's emoticons now, right? But now we're getting. Although I did a emoticon policy on one of my GPTs the other day, and it just will not. I don't know what's going on in the hard coding on the back end of chat, but I cannot get those emojis off. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that. Speaking of strategy, right? So there's a lot of tools out there. One of them called Scan AI. Actually, our chief marketing officer, Encore, he brought this up to me. There's tools out there that allow you to do scenario-based decision making, or on the finance side, it's scenario-based modeling. And we had our a professor too come and sit with us earlier about just strategic decision making and having scenario A, B, C within your strategic decision making process there. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, especially when you're creating a category. So we're an innovation company too. So we invest into things that are about to break right now, at the end of February, and you can kind of visualize, you put something on paper, but it's always great to run it through some kind of AI program to show you the steps, or kind of check your logic. Some of the things that I've brought to my team, I've been able to kind of say, well, don't forget that part of the introduction. Don't forget about this part when we explain it to this constituent, because it's going to, you kind of you run in enthusiastic and you're ready to make some jumps and hurdles, and then all of a sudden you forget some of the little details of the path, and you need to be on those.
Yeah, and that's where the new reasoning models have been great, and I've not thought about it that way. They if you expand it, you can see the step-by-step approach that's taken. I've been just grabbing the output. I need to spend more time on that step-by-step approach and making sure that the logic that the reasoning models are recommending for the output are actually the ones that we're thinking.
Well, step-by-step should have should have the GPT or whatever system thrown at it too, because there's they just put a little don't forget to and make the parents of your product inspired to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
not to put you on the spot, but I mean, you're the organizer of the event, and there's a lot of people out here, and there's amazing people here. Who are you the most excited to chat with that you haven't chatted with in a long time?
Well, I never chat with too many people because I am a introduction person. So I usually pick
I was going to say, you can't be an introvert with that.
I was going to say,
I usually bring you to there, or I usually introduce my sponsors to that guy. And
well, who should sit here? If we have an opportunity to chat with them, is there anyone that you think should sit with us to really pick their brain?
We haven't talked with Mark Howard.
There we go.
His business is really interesting.
Mark, where are you, Mark? That's amazing.
I'll get that. I mean, there's well, there are a bunch of people. I can't let you know all the leads. You guys are gonna take it for the white glove, and I won't have anyone to talk to.
That's so funny. Well, no, we really appreciate your time. Thanks for bringing fun to a very executive event. I love it. I saw you as soon as I walked in. I'm like, I want that jacket. It's so good.
Yeah.
But seriously, you put on a great event, and I said it earlier. I was saying it to our guests. I mean, first class. Right, with the sponsorship of 7-Eleven, they're amazing.
7-Eleven, they put together. Look how many people they have just to take care of us.
At it. I mean, one of the things again, the finance side of me, I'm like, Jason, how much do you think they spent in inventory? I mean, this is they did a great job.
Supporters. They're supporters of leadership. They love.
That's why their business continues to expand. Their international footprint, if people don't know, I mean, it's a massive organization. They do a great job.
Okay, guys.
Great.
Appreciate it. I got to go back to organizing.
Yes,
All right. Go.
Nice they're looking for you. They're looking for you. All right. And I didn't forget Mark Howard.
Okay.
All righty. Thank you so much, sir. Wow. That was amazing. I mean, he brings the energy.
It is all about energy. It's about leadership.
It is.
It takes strong leaders to be able to do this. And so it's great to be a part of this and just.
Well, just watching him, he's a master connector, right? He's not giving himself a lot of credit. I was watching him out there. I mean, he's hard to miss, and just watching him just interact with everyone, that was really cool. And then I just love, right? He's been in the game, right? And a chief strategy officer, and he's already leaning in. He's thinking about ways to seize the future,
and using it on a daily basis.
Yeah, and teaching others. That's what I really appreciate about his feedback is use it. Like, don't be afraid of it.
There's nothing. Yeah, it's not scary.
Right, exactly.
It's very easy to do. Once you start asking it questions, it'll give you responses. Validate those responses, and see what else you can do.
Well, good stuff. I know we have some more guests coming through. Looks like people are getting some food. Actually, I think we might need to get some food here soon. I actually see it on the table. Maybe I should just walk it over. I mean, we're live. Y'all want to eat with us? Is it lunchtime? Yeah, let's all eat together.
Lunchtime.
Let me grab it.
We should do a pause.
Yeah, actually, no. This. You good? Yeah. All right, it's digital transformation, correct?
Excellent.